If you click this video, I'm sure you're curious to know why I moved to Japan, and I want to thank you so much for taking some of your time to listen to me, listen to my story. I know you guys are busy, you got all kinds of videos to watch, but just hear me out, hear my story. I'll let you know why I hit the reset button and moved all the way out to Japan. Before I start, I want to say thank you to everyone that subscribed to the channel, everyone from TikTok who's come over here and subscribed and supporting here on YouTube. Thank you so much. If you just came across me on YouTube and you're only seeing me for the first time, thank you for being here. I mentioned TikTok specifically because I do have a big following on there, about 139,000 followers. And I've been doing TikTok since 2021 when we were living in the apartment. So if you scroll down my page on TikTok, you'll see all my old videos up to now. Doing pretty well on there. Again, I want to thank you so much for subscribing. Keep looking out for more content. Welcome to the channel. My name is Ty. Thank you for being here. Now let's get right into the video. So the story starts in Toronto, where I'm from, born and raised. I'm actually from the east side of Toronto in Scarborough. It was summer 2019, and I had just met who is my wife now, but back then she was just a girl. I met her in the summer at a barbecue I was having. If you want to know the story of how we met, I'll actually have another video coming out later on about that, so stay tuned. So we met and it was beautiful. Things were moving along well. Summer was just ending and we started seeing each other pretty frequently. And 3 months later, 3 months of us just dating and seeing each other frequently, around November 2019, I decided to commit to her and we became boyfriend, girlfriend, and it was beautiful. Everything was great. She met my family in December around Christmas. My mom accepted her, my grandmother, everyone accepted her and they treated her well. And then moving forward, COVID came into play around what was that? 2020 March, when COVID got serious. The whole world was shut down, things was crazy. And she was dealing with some problems at her apartment, or the room she was renting downtown on Ossington and Bloor, which is a bit more of the west side of downtown. And she had to move, so she ended up moving out to North York, like borderline North York, Scarborough, which is around Victoria Park and Eglinton. And she found like a basement apartment there. She was living there. I helped her move in there. And I was still living at my grandmother's place back in Scarborough. That's where I met her at the barbecue. The barbecue was in the backyard of my grandmother's house. So I was still living there, and I would go see her. I'd stay at her place and she'd come by my grandmother's house too. And so that was around, I'd say, May 2020. And then 1 month later, I ended up moving in with her. I had previously lived on my own when I was like 20, 21. And due to some financial issues, I had to leave there and go back to my grandmother's house. So I was there for a few years. So it was I was about 27 now. And I decided, you know what? I'm gonna move out and I'm gonna move in with this woman that I love so much. We lived together in June 2020, and then we were there until January 1st, 2021. That's when we officially moved into a 1-bedroom apartment together. And I know a lot of people will think, damn, you guys are moving pretty fast. You just met a year ago and you're already moving in together. But hey, to me, it's like if it fits well and and both parties agree and you want to do it, just do it, man. Time is short. You don't know what's gonna happen. You just do what you gotta do. You learn from it and you move on. We're adults, right? We're in our late 20s. So in the basement apartment, we were having some problems with the lady upstairs. She owned the house and she would just complain about a lot of things. Like I had to shower at certain times at night because she had to go to bed early because she has to get up early for work. The thing is, I would come home from work. I worked the afternoon shift, which was like 3 p.m. to 11, so afternoon evening shift till night. I would come home like around 10:30, and I'd take a shower and she'd complain about the noise, and she was just starting to nitpick at a whole bunch of things. And it got to a point where things got a bit rough between us. Things got a bit rocky between us, and we stopped talking to her at certain points, and eventually she was like, oh, she's gonna sell the house, and I think she was lying about that just to get us out. But anyways, we ended up looking for a new place, and we found an apartment, and then that's where we ended up. January 1st, 2021, we have a 1-bedroom apartment. It's beautiful. We barely had like anything in there, and yeah, it was just us happy to just be together. So time goes on, quarantine, you know, we can't really do much. Places are closed down, and you know, we're spending a lot of time with each other at home. I'm going to work, coming back, because my job, I was able to still go to work. I was doing security at that point, and security was okay. So I was going to work, coming home, and it was just that, home, work, work, home, grocery store, and going for walks, and that's pretty much it. Nothing was open. Yeah, time went on, COVID got a bit better, things started like opening up. But I started to actually face some financial issues that year. I was going through a lot mentally, and you know, I was hopping from job to job now, and you know, I was going through a lot. I felt so I felt like there was nothing happening for me, and I just didn't want to. I was dealing with a lot of stress at work, so I had left that job. That I was just trying to have more freedom, hopping around to different jobs, doing different things. I didn't really want to work by a specific schedule, right? And the downside to that is that, you know, my money definitely took a hit, and you know, my wife at that time was just getting her PR was still coming in, so she couldn't work much. She was doing like cash jobs, babysitting and whatnot. It was tough, I can't lie, it was tough. But anyways, we love each other, we're going through our hard times together, and that's all that matters. We're there for each other. We had a lot of fights, ups and downs, but we were sticking it through. We were you know, we were fighting through it. Now, to the big reason why we moved to Japan. The reason why I moved out here, you're gonna hear this right now. September came, and she wasn't feeling well, and she had missed her time of the month. So you know where this is going, right? I'm like, all right, you know, let's go to the pharmacy, get the test, do it up, let's see what's good, let's see, you know, if we really got a baby coming. We go to the Shoppers Drug Mart, that's the name of the pharmacy, and we come back home. She goes to the bathroom, she does the test, and I remember she came out of the bathroom and she said, "Can you go look?" And I said, all right, I'll go look. So I remember walking in, and the test was face down. So I'm like, okay. It was face down on the toilet, not on the toilet itself, like not the toilet seat, like where you flush on top. And it was there, and I just I remember grabbing it and flipping it over, holding it in my hand. I was like, two lines, right? 2 lines means you're pregnant, or is it 1 line? She was like, 2 lines. And I said, babe, we're having a baby. She was like, oh my God. And I was like, wow, man, this is it. How do I explain, how do I express how I felt at that moment? It was just, wow, I'm having a baby. And this is not the best time, but it is always a gift. It's always the best time. You know what I mean? It wasn't the best time, but it was the best time because I love children and I want to have a baby. It's just, you know, you start thinking about your situation and your life finances and everything, and you know it's tough, right? Also remember, COVID was still happening, but it was starting to lighten up. But yeah, it was just a lot was going on in my mind. And from there we said, yeah, okay, well, we're gonna have this baby. But what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So from there we had to start thinking quickly, and then we had to tell our family. So I told my mother, she told her mother and her father. Everyone was excited, everyone was happy for us. And then the thing was, we had to decide now, are we gonna stay here or are we gonna go to Japan? Because you know, she's having a baby, she's the mother, she's the one carrying the child. She hasn't been back home in like 4 years. She's been here, right? I forgot to mention, that summer, she had just got her PR. So now she was a permanent resident in Canada. So she was able to leave the country and go and come as she pleases for the next 5 years until she has to renew it. So we were okay to leave and go, but it was just like, can we really do this? Can we just go like that? So we talked to our families, and after further discussion, we decided, hey, we're gonna move to Osaka, Japan. We're gonna go to where she's from, and we're gonna stay with her dad, and we're gonna stay in her house where she grew up, and we're just gonna do this. And I'm gonna get a job out here. I don't know, they have a family business, a garbage company, so I'm just gonna start working with them, and we'll just figure it out as we go, because we have to do this. We have to make a decision. We have to see, we gotta decide what is best for the baby, right? So we decided all of this the first week of October, like early October, so maybe like October 2nd, 3rd, and then by November 3rd, we were out of here. We bought a one-way ticket and we were out of here. So within a month, I had to sell everything. I had to sell my car. I put so many things on Facebook Marketplace, on Kijiji. I was selling things like crazy, man. Like, I was a real salesman, bro. I was going in, bro. I was meeting people left, right, and center, bro. I was going off. When I think back, it was wild, man. Within a month, we decided to do all these things. So yeah, that is the reason why I moved to Japan. My wife became pregnant, and we decided it was better for us to live in Japan until she had the baby, and then from there we figure out, you know, what we're doing next. And if you want to know more about what we're doing, subscribe to the channel. So yeah, I'm gonna have more videos like this, talking about Japan, talking about my experiences. I'm gonna have vlogs. I'm gonna talk about just personal things I'm going through. I have a lot to learn. I have a lot of Japanese to learn. I have a lot of things to do. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to interacting with you guys and just having a good time on YouTube, man. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and please turn on those notifications. That's the only way you're gonna know when I drop videos, right? Okay. Arigato. I'm out of here, guys. Love, 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 love.